Someone just uploaded a t-shirt design from their phone. They designed it in under 10 minutes. They have never touched the actual shirt. They will never print it. They will never pack it. They will never ship it. Yet if it sells, money hits their account today. This is the pitch behind print on demand. No inventory to buy. No warehouse to rent. No upfront risk on unsold stock. Just upload a design and wait. It sounds like the easiest business on the internet. Millions of people believe exactly that. That belief is fueling a massive online gold rush. But here's what most videos never show you. Behind this passive income dream sits a brutal numbers game. Most sellers never get rich from it. Many don't even cover their own costs. So how does this business actually work underneath the surface? Let's break down the real economics. People are drawn to print on demand for a simple reason. It feels like the safest way to start a business. There is no big loan needed. There is no giant inventory sitting in a garage. You don't need a factory. You don't need staff. You don't need to guess demand in advance. A customer orders first. Then the product gets made. This flips the traditional retail model on its head. Normal retailers buy stock, then hope it sells. Print-on-demand sellers sell first, then create the stock. That single difference removes a huge financial risk. It also removes a huge barrier to entry. Anyone with a laptop can start today. A student can start it. A stay-at-home parent can start it. A 9-to-5 employee can start it after work. All they need is a design and a platform. Social media makes this feel even easier. Viral videos show people making sales while sleeping. Screenshots of big monthly revenue spread everywhere online. It creates a powerful illusion of easy money. The dream is simple. Create once, earn forever. That dream fills this industry with new sellers daily. Now, let's talk about what it actually takes to start. The starting cost here is shockingly low. You don't need tens of thousands of dollars. In many cases, you can start under $500. Some people start with less than $100. A basic online store can be built in an afternoon. Platforms like Shopify or Etsy host your storefront. Printing partners like Printful or Printify handle production. You simply connect your store to their system. When an order comes in, it triggers automatically. The printing partner produces the item. The printing partner ships it directly to the customer. You never see the box. You never touch the product. Compare that to opening a normal clothing brand. A normal brand might need $10,000 in stock. It might need a lease for storage space. It might need staff to pack every order. Print-on-demand skips almost all of that. This is exactly why the entry barrier feels close to zero. Low cost, low risk, low commitment. That combination is rare in traditional business. It's also why many people jump in without a real plan. Of course, the exact numbers shift depending on several factors. Startup cost in the US can look different than in India or Nigeria. Ad costs vary heavily between competitive niches and quiet ones. A seller targeting a broad country like the United States pays more per click. A seller targeting a smaller local market often pays less. Business format matters too. Selling through your own Shopify store differs from selling on Etsy. Etsy gives built-in traffic but takes a bigger fee. Shopify gives more control but no built-in audience. Selling on Amazon merch works differently again, with its own rules. Operator skill changes everything as well. A skilled marketer can turn thin margins into real profit. An inexperienced seller can lose money even with a great product. So every number ahead should be read as a realistic range, not a fixed rule. So where does the actual money come from? The revenue model looks simple on paper. A customer visits your online store. They see a design they like. They pay the full retail price up front. That payment goes straight to your account. Then your job begins behind the scenes. You send that order to your printing partner. The printing partner charges you their production cost. That cost is usually much lower than the retail price. The difference between those two numbers is your profit. This gap is called your margin. On paper, this margin can look attractive. Take a simple t-shirt as an example. A basic print-on-demand shirt might cost $8 to produce. You might sell that same shirt for $25. That leaves $17 of gross profit per sale. A coffee mug might cost $6 to make. You could sell that mug for $15. That's $9 of gross profit per unit. A phone case might cost $5 to produce. It often sells for $20 or more. That's $15 of apparent profit per case. These margins look consistent across almost every product category. On the surface, those numbers look genuinely exciting. A 50 to 60% margin sounds like a dream business. This is the number most beginners focus on. This is also the number that quietly tricks people. Because gross margin is not the same as real profit. To understand real profit, we need to follow the money further. Every sale first has to reach the right customer. Customers don't magically find a brand new store. They need to be shown ads first. Facebook ads, TikTok ads, and Google ads all cost money. Someone has to pay for every single click. This is called customer acquisition cost. In competitive niches, this cost keeps climbing every year. Some sellers pay $10 in ads for one sale. Some pay $20 or $30 per sale in tougher niches. Suddenly, that $17 shirt profit shrinks fast. If ad cost eats most of the margin, profit disappears. Then there are platform fees to consider. Etsy charges listing fees and transaction fees. Shopify charges a monthly subscription just to keep your store open. Payment processors take a cut of every transaction too. Design software or premium templates often cost money as well. None of these expenses are optional. They quietly stack up in the background. Add them together and margins shrink even further. What looked like 60% profit can turn into 15%. In weaker cases, it can turn into a loss. Beyond regular expenses, hidden costs surprise many beginners. Refunds and returns are one of the biggest surprises. Most print-on-demand providers don't accept returns for buyer's remorse. But if a print comes out wrong, sellers often eat that cost. If sizing feels off, that's usually the seller's problem too. Quality control is hard since sellers never see the product first. A color might look slightly different than expected. Fabric might feel cheaper than customers assumed. These small issues generate complaints and refund requests. Each refund erases the profit from that order completely. Shipping times create another silent cost. Because items are made after ordering, shipping isn't instant. Delivery can take anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks. Customers used to fast shipping often get impatient. Some file chargebacks before the item even arrives. Chargebacks can trigger penalty fees from payment processors. Too many chargebacks can get a payment account suspended. Taxes also quietly reduce what a seller actually keeps. Import duties can apply depending on where a product ships. Currency exchange fees can eat into international sales, too. None of this shows up in the simple profit calculators beginners use. Design and copyright risk is another hidden landmine. Using artwork too close to a copyrighted brand triggers takedowns. Some sellers unknowingly get their entire store banned overnight. That risk is very real and very underestimated. There are deeper structural risks, too, sitting quietly in the background. The entire business often depends on someone else's platform. Etsy can change its algorithm at any time. Shopify can update policies without warning. Facebook or TikTok can restrict ad accounts suddenly. If any of these platforms shift, sales can crash overnight. This is called platform dependency risk. The seller doesn't fully control their own traffic or trust. Some designs also get flagged incorrectly by automated moderation systems. A perfectly legal design can still get removed by mistake. Appeals can take days or weeks to resolve. During that time, sales completely stop. Saturation is another quiet killer in this business. Because entry barriers are so low, everyone rushes toward the same trends. Thousands of stores can sell nearly identical products within weeks. That creates a race to the bottom on price. Lower prices squeeze already thin margins even more. Without a unique brand, differentiation becomes almost impossible. Customers simply buy from whoever shows up cheapest that day. Loyalty becomes very hard to build in that environment. Big retailers can also enter the same trending niches instantly. Their reach and lower prices make it harder for small sellers to compete. This is a risk most beginners never see coming. This explains why so many owners eventually struggle or quit. Many people enter print on demand expecting pure passive income. They imagine designs earning money while they sleep forever. In reality, most stores require constant attention. New designs need to be tested regularly. Ad campaigns need constant monitoring and adjustment. Customer service messages need daily replies. Skipping any of this usually causes sales to dry up fast. Many sellers underestimate how much marketing actually costs. They assume a good design alone will sell itself. But without paid traffic, most stores get almost no visitors. Without visitors, there are simply no orders to fulfill. Some sellers pour money into ads without proper testing. Losses pile up faster than any profit comes in. Others get their store suspended over copyright issues. Months of work can disappear within a single day. Some finally get consistent sales, only to realize margins are too thin. After ad costs, fees, and refunds, there's barely anything left. The business looks busy, but the bank account tells a different story. This gap between activity and actual profit breaks many sellers mentally. They feel busy every single day, yet their income barely moves month after month. Many beginners learn from influencers selling get-rich-quick courses. Those courses often show best-case screenshots, not average results. This creates unrealistic expectations before a seller even begins. Reality then hits much harder than expected. Burnout is another quiet reason many sellers quit. Testing dozens of designs without results drains motivation fast. The constant grind rarely matches the passive income fantasy sold online. Eventually, many give up and move to the next trend. Scale changes the math completely, too. A single product store selling 10 items a day struggles on thin margins. A large multi-niche operation spreads costs across thousands of orders. Bulk order relationships can sometimes unlock lower per-unit printing costs. Bigger stores can also negotiate better shipping rates. Bigger stores can afford real marketing teams instead of guesswork. Size alone doesn't guarantee profit, but it creates room for error. Small solo sellers usually have zero room for error. One bad month of ad spend can wipe out months of savings for them. This is why so many solo print-on-demand stores disappear within a year. So is print-on-demand actually a good business? The honest answer is, It depends entirely on execution. As a way to test ideas with almost zero risk, it's genuinely useful. As a long-term wealth engine with no effort, it's mostly a myth. The real winners treat it like a marketing business first. They focus on branding, not just random trending designs. They build audiences instead of chasing one-off viral sales. They reinvest profit into better products and smarter ads. They diversify beyond a single platform to reduce risk. They treat customer service and quality as a real priority. Those who succeed rarely see this business as passive at all. They see it as lean, low-risk e-commerce with real work behind it. Those who fail usually chase the dream without the discipline. They expected results without ongoing effort or ownership. The economics of print on demand are simple to enter, hard to master. Low cost gets you in the door. Thin margins and rising competition decide if you survive. The businesses that last aren't the ones with the best design. They're the ones that understand where the real money quietly leaks. In the end, it's not a scam, and it's not a guaranteed win either. It sits somewhere in between, closer to a real small business than a shortcut. Whether it works for you depends on your market, your effort, and your patience. Treat it like a lean e-commerce experiment, not a lottery ticket. The sellers who stay patient long enough to learn the game are the ones who eventually win. And once you see that, this easy passive income idea looks very different.